not free of who I am as a person. It's not. I mean, like, again, the motivation. Why might I have the motivation to to go to the library and browse through books? Well, it's because of the kind of person I am. I used to be an art major years ago. I have somewhat of an appreciation of art, and so that's what determines. And a lot of this is like, we don't get to choose. Like, for example, if one is like really good at mathematics, or if one is good at art or music or at whatever, these aren't things we get to choose. We come into this world with kind of like a personality, and in terms of our personality, who we are as people, it's like 50% genetic, and naturally, if it's 50% genetic, we can see how very clearly that our genes are not in our control, and the other 50% is environmental. It's due to how we were raised, where we were raised, how our parents related to us, the kinds of experiences we had in our life. So, again, when we make a decision, we're not experiencing that decision was free of all that stuff. We're just experiencing a decision. Okay, we decide something, and if we took the time to ask ourselves, well, why did I decide this? Why, what motivated me? What compelled me to decide this as opposed to that? Then we would realize that the decision wasn't free from these various factors, from the unconscious and all. I mean, the unconscious we couldn't really, see as a reason, experience it because, by definition, it is unconscious. But even just understanding the concept of causality, in other words, to say that we experience free will means that we would experience a will that is free of even causality, of this process of cause and effect. And so then all you have to do is ask yourself, okay, or just acknowledge to yourself, if I made a decision, there was a reason or a cause for that decision. And there may be one, there may be several. It depends on how you want to define cause. And then you say to yourself, well, okay, every event has a cause. We know this from science. Nothing happens. We know this from experience. Nothing happens that's not caused. So then if there's a cause for our decision, then there's a cause for that cause. Okay, and then there's a cause for that cause. Okay, and a cause for that cause. And that's like, we sometimes refer to causality as cause and effect, the chain of cause and effect. And so if we took the time to investigate the reasons, the causes for the decisions we make, we would see that that they're caused by other causes, by previous causes that always come before the event. A cause will never come after the event. So these are always going into the past. And if you have a chain of cause and effect going further and further back into the past, ultimately it's going to go back before we were born even. So that'll tell you that naturally our decision wasn't free.